Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Rngdnd D&D. This is our new stream where we, my buddies and me, do a D&D game live.
And randomly.
How fun is that?
Technically.
Uh-oh, we have an uh-oh. Nice. Hey, there's Jess. Hey, Jess.
Hi, Jess.
All right. So tonight, what we're going to be doing is, while I die slowly, is we're going to be playing this game called Old School Essentials. This is created by a company called Necrotic Gnome and Exalted Funeral. I think it's some sort of joint effort. But anyway, it is the OSR BNX Advanced Dungeons and Dragons kind of clone. They took those elements from the original D&D, the BNX sets, like I was saying, and also Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and kind of mishmashed them together into its own system. It is still compatible with Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and I've got my old school monsters manual. Though they have their own like monsters that you can do. But anyway, we're playing some old school D&D here today. So it should be a lot of fun. And like we have advertised for a while, this is a randomized game of Dungeons and Dragons, and we will be using the Mythic Game Master emulator. That's backwards on the screen. I just am now realizing. But anyway, this is a really cool system for just kind of randomizing events and filling in details using these tables for inspiration. Occasionally, you'll see us consulting the Oracle, as some other systems call it. And
it's mostly just
contribute 4,000 total to the Blank Plays Cyberpunk Challenge. Anyway, okay. Anyway, thanks, Patient Zero. So we'll be doing this GM emulator, and we consult what I call the Oracle for yes or no questions. And depending on how likely we think that thing is, can alter the results. There's a whole table in the book. But also we have this unique thing, and you can look up there on the top left, called the chaos factor. It starts at 5. And anytime you do a scene, you roll a d10. And if you get underneath the current chaos factor, something wild occurs. And not necessarily completely wild, but either an altered scene if it's an odd number, or an interrupt scene if it's an even number. And the altered scene means that the scene that you had expected to play out is changed in some way, and there's different tables for that and meanings. Or an interrupt scene means that the scene is entirely different, so you don't know. It's not the one you had planned, so throw all that away, or do it later, and do this other scene. So pretty cool system. As we complete scenes, we'll determine whether we were in control of the scene or not. If we were in control of the scene, our chaos factor goes down. And if we were not in control of the scene, our chaos factor goes up. So things kind of like go through these like slopes of easy to like fucking insanely wild all the time. The chaos factor influences the probability of a yes answer on the table when we consult the oracle. So that changes things quite a bit.
But don't worry, we're all professionals, so we will all stay in control at all times.
Always in control.
If you know anything about us here at Save Source Death,
it's not
professionalism.
Professional at all. Okay, so we also have implemented, because this version of D&D is a fairly rough one, and there's not a lot of chances to survive. Like in modern D&D, we have these things called peril points. They're up on the top right. And as we play, and we did get a result that we don't like, either from combat or even from the oracle itself, we can spend one of those. We get 3 per session to re-roll that roll, and we will definitely need them. You'll probably see us using them quite a bit, especially if there's any combat.
I'm not going to name names, but I had a GM once that killed me 5 times in one D&D game.
I don't know who that could have been ever. You were fighting a demon or something, I think. Anyway,
it was always traps that got me.
I guess I should do a brief intro for those of you new to our stream here at Saves vs. Death. We are a tabletop actual play and podcast. We typically run Cyberpunk Red, but had this random idea to do this thing, so Games jumped on board, and then if you watch any of our other streams, he's in pretty much all of them. But yes, say hello, Games.
Hi, Games.
I knew you were gonna do that.
I'm Games. I know, you just set it up too easily. I do Save Source Death stuff. You can see me on Shades of Scarlet, Indie Bandits, some of the one-shots occasionally I'm part of. I also do Friends on Fridays and Rolled Up Gaming, so I stay busy. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then our other buddy here joined us, Giffy. Say hello, Giffy.
Hello. They just brought me in because I'm pretty.
We needed eye candy.
Yeah, we definitely need some on this set. So I guess we'll start getting. We've already created our characters, so they're done. I am playing. What's my goddamn name? Leonthorn, the elf from somewhere. I don't know if I actually wrote where he's from. Oh, I think I did.
I don't. Did you?
Yeah. Evathius. The elven forest of Evathius. Which is somewhere on the continent. Of
Probably.
Prowlnarn, which we've also randomly determined. And then, Games, why don't you talk about the character you'll be playing today?
I would. My character, she just showed up. Her name is Bridget. She is a bard who used to bake bread but has decided to go out and be awesome. So there's that. She's had a couple of poems that didn't go over so well, but some have really, really done well. So that's all I got for her at the moment.
Nice. Giffy, why don't you introduce your character?
My character name is Darnell. He is a druid from the forest, where druids usually hang out. Yeah, he has a wolfhound with him, and his wolfhound is definitely the friendlier of the two.
Nice. So we'll get right into it then after that. You'll learn more about these characters' mysterious backstories that we also randomly generated in an episode of this when we were doing the prototypes that you can see on Patreon if you join our Patreon. So please join our Patreon. It's helpful to us. We need better gear. Like badly. But if you don't, that's cool too. We appreciate you just being here and watching. So to get started with this, what?
I had one more announcement before we went into the game.
Okay, go.
We should probably let the people know that we aren't going to be acknowledging raids and follows and things like that until the end of the stream.
Oh yeah.
So as not to break the tempo of the role play. So
yeah, that's something we're gonna start saving for the end of the stream, just because it kind of messes with timing and just let.
And we
love you.
We love you and we appreciate all of it.
But we like the narrative too, and I think most of our, at least podcast listeners, just listen and like, what the fuck are they talking about right now? Anyway, so we've got a God damn it. It's Jess, you asshole. So we're gonna get started here. And what we're gonna do is I'll start with saying that the Mythic emulator system comes with a bunch of different ways to get your game started. If you don't have like a character with a backstory, it provides you an idea for what a first scene might be using the meaning tables. We actually have a backstory and we have a filled out sheet with different threads and characters. So we're just going to roll a random event to get us started, and that will determine which one of us begins. So why don't one of you guys go ahead and roll me a d10?
All right, I will do that.
Actually, sorry, it's a d100 for this table.
Oh God! Oh, wait, I rolled the wrong thing.
No, it's a d10 first for chaos.
4.
Oh shit! Chaos occurred, and that is an altered. Okay, well, we're already doing this, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, go ahead and roll the focus, which is a d100.
61.
61. Okay. We are going to begin our adventure by moving away from a thread. So there's something.
You know the plot that we haven't been working on? Yeah, we're not doing that.
We're going maybe, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's go ahead and roll a d4 plus a d10. So 2 at the same time. Tell me the results of each.
Giffy, you want to do one of them and I'll do the other?
And tell me which one's doing which.
I'll do the d4.
Okay.
I'll do the d10. I got a 5.
I got a 1.
So 1, 5. Okay. Okay, we are moving away from solving the blight in Leonthorn's homeland. Oh gosh. Okay. Honestly, I definitely need some context here, and we're gonna have to do some, I guess, world building. So we're moving away from the thread where I'm trying to solve what's going on with my homeland. All right, keeping that in mind, let's go ahead and roll 2 sets of d100. So one of you each.
I got an 88.
88.
I got an 84.
Support powerfully, or powerfully support. We're moving away from the thread.
What if, in order to figure out this blight, you're going to have to go far away to search for support? but in leaving the blight, you're complicating matters.
Okay. So I guess the question then becomes, where am I going? Okay. So why don't... Yeah. Leonthorn has headed away from his home of... Oh, fuck. Evathius. Heading to... Do you have the name of your town, Games?
I did not. I just read through my entire thing. We did not ever name the town that I grew up in.
Okay, now is the time to name this town.
Ooh.
I have a random table here. On that.
Oh, okay, that'll be faster.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna look one up.
And
what do you need me to roll?
It's a D100.
Oh, the town I come from is 13.
13? Good old 13 town. Tide Mills.
13 town.
Tide Mills.
Okay.
So mark that somewhere.
I am writing it right now.
All right, so
we are known for neither tides or mills, however.
Well, I did. You know what's funny is I did put you right on the. I did put you right on the shore.
Oh, nice.
On the map.
Well, that works out well.
As your starting quote unquote location. So I've actually come across these riverlands, I assume is what they are. An AI generated this map, by the way. So it's cool. Anyway, so Leonthorn has traveled all the way across the lands, the riverlands, to Tide Mills in search of support for this blight that has scourged his homeland. Tide Mills is a medium-sized river, or well, I guess port town. I think it probably does have mills.
Yeah, I was just talking crap.
Okay. A medium-sized port town nestled between mountains to the south and kind of like another mountain range, though smaller in size, up to the north. So it's kind of in this valley between two different mountain ranges. Leonthorn is making his way into the bustling city or town. It is a port town, so there's probably a lot of commerce.
That's really the trading is what keeps us alive.
Yeah. And I guess he's going to stop by one of the guards in the town. And approaching the guard, I think we need to get an idea who this guard is. So let's
find out about this guard.
Consult the table.
I hope it's as awesome as our last random guard.
Yeah, that guy was really sweet. I'll roll this time. So this is a 10. He is neglectful. Oh shit. And let's see his motivation. 65. Learn.
Giffy, do you want this NPC or do you want me
resources? Learn resources.
Oh, you got it. You go.
Okay, so his motivation is learn resources. Oh.
Neglectful, but he wants to learn resources.
Yeah. Interesting.
He's bad at his job because he wants to deal things.
You are breaking up. I don't know what you just said.
For his job.
You just robot voiced on us.
Very badly.
All right. So Leon Thorne, who is an average-sized elf, which means he's maybe a head shorter than other humans in the city, wearing is he wearing leather? I think he's wearing leather. He might be wearing something heavier. Yeah, wearing a leather jerkin, with a green cloak and a green tunic underneath. He has his hair, long blonde hair, decorated in small braids that kind of wrap around the crown of his head. Looks very elfy. Long, slender, pointed ears and narrow features.
Legolas clone. Gotcha.
Sort of, I suppose. All the elves kind of look like that, though. He walks over to the guard and says, "Hail, friend. I've come a long way. I have something to speak with. Is there perhaps an elder here? Someone I can speak with about a trifling matter." Somebody picking up this NPC.
Giphy, are you taking it or am I?
You take it. I'll get the next one.
Okay. You're looking for an elder statesman.
Yes, I think that would help.
Yeah, I've seen some. Yeah.
All right. Could you bring me to him?
I'm not sure I have the time right now. That doesn't really seem like it's within the job purview. Perhaps I'll just direct you about, yeah?
All right.
If you head down the street towards the inn, yes?
He looks like down the way. Over the people as best you can.
Once you get to the inn, if you take a left, you'll end up, just going down towards the church. You don't want to do that. You want to take the right and go down towards the trade hall. There, you will find several gentlemen that can point you to the right person.
So go down this way and make a right after the inn? Is that what you said?
No, if you take a right, then you're going to end up at the church. You take a left.
Oh, I left. Apologies.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your help.
Yep.
Leon Thorne starts making his way down the streets, doing his best not to get lost. I think it'd be a time to say, does he find it? And that might be a good time to ask the Fates or the Oracle.
Yeah, and I think that the chances are starting pretty low.
Okay.
Because the guy gave you the worst directions imaginable.
He did give me some pretty awful directions. Okay, so we'll say very unlikely or unlikely?
Unlikely.
Unlikely. Okay.
Because I think it's still a pretty small town, isn't it? I mean, how big is this town?
Probably a couple hundred, but not much more than that.
Yeah, then I'd say unlikely at worst, because I mean, if it's a small town, you're going to find it by random chance anyway.
Okay. So unlikely. We'll say so that's a probability of 35 for a yes at a chaos factor 5. And I got a 53 does he find it? No, he does not find it. So, Leon Thorne makes his way through the town for a while, just completely getting lost in the hustle and bustle of the human city. You know, elves come from a more peaceful, tranquil place. You hear a gentle strum of a lyre or a lute or something. Not, you know, take 5 gold for those. Are you kidding? That's a complete ripoff.
I need 6 eggs. It's too expensive.
Exactly.
That's racist, dude.
Wait, what?
That's racist, man. That's racist against humans. I thought this was a friendly
We are
chat.
allowed people.
And so Leon Thorne, being a rather young elf, is just kind of feeling overwhelmed. And I think that should be fine for our first scene. And I'd say that was not in control. I don't really see any threads. Oh, wait, there is a thread we need to add. We need to add a thread for Leon Thorne is seeking help in this city.
He needs support.
Yep. So I'm going to add a thread. Well, or rather just alter the find out. Yeah, let's just alter that thread. Solve the blight. Oh, no, because that should be its own thing. Okay, so Leon Thorne is seeking help in, what's the name of this? Tide Mills? For
Yes, sir.
support to end the blight of his homeland. All right. Guard is not worth adding to the character list.
No. I did expect you to go back and ask for directions again. I had a whole bit set up for it.
Well, too bad. Anyways, I mean, it might come up. But anyway, I think we should move on. Oh yeah, we got to raise our chaos factor to 6. Because Leon Thorne was certainly not in control. So let's move on to one of our other adventurers. I will exclude myself from being rolled on these random charts for this sort of thing, but we're going to do basically another beginning scene, event focus, plus chaos, plus all that sort of thing. Okay, so let's get another event focus on here. Somebody roll me a D100.
I'm giving you that one, Giffy.
I got it. 27.
27 is an NPC action. So this is actually going to reference our NPC list. So roll a D4 plus a D10.
All right, I got the D4. I got a 1 again.
Okay.
I got a 9.
9. Reroll.
Which one?
Which
Both?
of us?
Just the D10.
8.
Okay. The NPC action is from Aiden Booth, who is the local tavern owner who humiliated Bridget. So you are the focus of this scene. And we definitely need to do some world building. Well, let's come up with what the action is. So go ahead and roll 2D100. We need an action on the actions table.
I got 13.
Okay.
And I got 58.
1958. Betray Lovely, or Lovely Betray. Interesting.
A lovely betrayal.
What was your poem about?
The one that was terrible?
Yeah.
My good one was about a demon. My bad one was about it was a cover of a famous song called The Song of Frogheim.
Song of Frogheim.
And I play it on the
Isn't that how this guy Isn't this how this guy
that's
humiliated?
Why he hates me is because
well, no, I don't know if he hates you, but he humiliated you. You hate him, maybe. Okay.
Probably.
And he has betrayed Lovely. So I think he's betraying you somehow.
Is it possible that because I am missing my wooden bullywog croak box that I used to play it on, is it possible that I blame him for stealing it? Like maybe he sold it.
Okay.
Would be a betrayal.
Okay. So perhaps you've tracked him down? Yeah, what I'm saying is you've tracked him down to the place where he is going to sell this thing. Probably, let's see. What is this guy? Oh, he's the local tavern owner. So I suppose what he's doing is he's got like a back room somewhere where he has his client's meeting to arrange the sale. And you have come to the tavern in search of this item. And yeah, I think we should go from there. So you walk.
Do we want to roll on chaos?
No, it's fine. We'll deal with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the starting scene just doesn't make any sense. All right. So
I'm gonna slip into the back room, hopefully unnoticed.
All right. So how busy is this tavern today? Let's ask the fates, because we need to do a little bit of world building still. How busy is the tavern? Go ahead and roll a d100. And I think that it's kind of likely that it's busy. It's a port town, so it's not empty.
Right. 95.
95 is not only no, it is an exceptional no. So there is nobody in this tavern right now except for you. And, the clients. So when you enter, it looks like what's happened is he's closed the tavern for some reason. So as you're approaching the door, there's a lot of angry people, saying, "Closed? What's going on here? What could Aiden Booth be doing that it's closed in the middle of in the middle of the day?" There's lots of people discussing what's going on. And you know that he's meeting with somebody to sell what is it? A bullywog?
It is a wooden bullywog croak box.
Oh, it's a bullywog croak box. So it's just like this. Uh-huh. How does that work? Is that like a...
I assume it's kind of like an accordion, but like sideways, where I have to cover holes while...
croak box makes me think like it's some sort of wooden piece that you scrape across something that sounds like a croak.
Oh, I could see that. Sure.
Like you drag a mallet over like ridges on a wooden box, and it has like a hollow.
Is a croak box
material.
a real thing?
I think it is.
Give me 30 seconds.
Sure. I'm going to take a drink.
Bullywog croak box. Yeah, it looks like it's a frog that
it is.
Scrape a thing over.
So I was right, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's frog shaped and you rub the stick on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's stolen your Bullywug Croak box, and he's gonna make a sale. Anyway, you're kind of standing there among the crowd. What are you doing?
I assume the door is locked, yes?
You have yet to try it. The tavern is just your typical medieval tavern with a, an old wooden frame, perhaps 2 stories tall, and kind of like bows out at the top to the second story, which is just a slightly bit larger than the first one, with small glass windows only on the top level, so the bottom one can remain dark.
Okay. I'm gonna check the door.
All right, you check the door. How likely is this locked? I think it's incredibly likely that this is locked.
So, yeah, I would say so.
I would say it is nearly certainly locked.
Ooh.
So go ahead and roll a d100.
75.
75 is almost a no, but it is in fact locked. So when you try the handle of the door, it just clunk, 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 clunk. It gets caught on the wooden bar on the interior. Perhaps.
Being that I've played here
It's
before, would I
probably
know
locked.
any other entrances? Probably.
I think that it's
entrance or something.
worth. Why don't let's do something to do with your intelligence this time. So just make an intelligence check.
I agree. Okay. What is my intelligence? Oh, I'm actually intelligent. I succeeded.
Okay. You succeeded. Yeah, there is an old wine cellar, like a cellar door on the kind of right-hand side of the building in between, like in a small alleyway. That is you can go into the cellar from that direction. That's how he like loads his inventory. But there is a way up into the main tavern from there.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go through the cellar and the ladder to get up back into the tavern.
Okay. I guess. Is this locked? It is where his inventory is kept.
Right.
Do you want to roll or just...
I don't think that it is locked.
Okay. Why?
And the reason is because I think it's in a back area, like a courtyard area. I don't think it's like easily accessible.
Okay. So you, climb over some sort of wall to get in?
Yeah.
Okay. And enter the courtyard and then clamber your way over to the cellar door. Moving slowly and open, head down inside. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You head down inside and, it reeks heavily of old alcohol. Just that potent stench immediately hits your nostrils as you descend into the cellar. It's dark and it's dank. And do you have any way to see? You're human.
I am human. I have lots of equipment. I have a lantern.
Okay.
And oil.
Do you spark the lantern? I think there's probably enough light descending down into this thing where you can kind of see the immediate barrels around, and you could fumble your way through the dark to find the ladder. But if you wanted to remain silent and not
if
bump
it's
into
low light,
anything.
I'd like to look. Right, I would like to look around and see if there's a torch or something that he would use when he was down here, or does he just use natural light?
I would say that's not even worth a roll. There's almost certainly some sort of device down here.
I'm gonna light his torch.
Okay. So you take the torch off the sconce and spark it to life. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm looking for some dressing here.
You're good.
After sparking to life your torch, you can just make out the rows of barrels of various alcohols and wine, and in the far right you see the ladder ascending up.
All right, I'm gonna crawl up the ladder quietly.
Okay. As we move here, there's got to be a reason in my head that he's closed down the tavern for this. So my thought is, we ask the fate, is the buyer someone of influence?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay.
It also could be he's stolen other objects from other patrons and he's selling
This
off
is like
the
a
whole
night
lot.
market.
Okay, let's target it a little bit more specifically then. Is the buyer someone of shady influence?
Okay.
Cool. And I think this is kind of likely.
Like a fence?
I'd say maybe very likely. So somebody go ahead and roll.
Giffy?
Gotcha. Uh, 84.
84. That's a yes, just barely, but it is. Yeah, so this is somebody of shady influence. Interesting. So he's definitely stealing ill-begotten goods to perhaps a rather renowned maybe like mid-tier thief or something. So as you're climbing up the ladder, you can hear the murmur of their voices from above. I can't quite make out what they're saying exactly, but you can tell there's obviously more than one person, other than Aiden. There are several voices.
I'm gonna slowly press it open.
Okay.
And like just barely stick my head out.
Okay. As you slowly press the door open, I think you'll probably need to make a dexterity check to be silent about it.
Now, am I dexterous? That's the real question.
You're a bard.
Yeah, I'm all right dexterous. I've had worse dexterity before. I failed it, however.
Oh, no. Okay. You know you're trying to roll under, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking for maybe some sort of Like, we need some sort of context for this scene that we're about to see, right?
Yeah, do we want to check the inspiration table?
That's what I'm looking for. I think we'll do motivations here. Perhaps you've run into something that isn't necessarily what we think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. Let's get two D100s.
All right, I got one of them, 65.
And 88.
Mysterious support.
Ooh. Is this... So we don't know what's causing the blight or anything.
Oh.
But is this like the bad guys?
It might be the bad guys.
But
it's mysterious. We don't know that for sure yet.
We don't know that, but...
What I think is occurring here is Aiden is asking, so after we deal with all of this, he's like standing like over or near one of the tavern tables, and he's got like a massive amount of different trinkets. Your bullywug among those trinkets. The tavern is illuminated in dim light, and all of the figures on the opposite side of the table are wearing cloaks so deep over their heads that you can't make out the faces in the poor lighting as it is. On the table, though, you can make out that so familiar glint of gold and silver and rubies and gems and all sorts of various different expensive, ill-begotten goods. And Aiden is saying, so after this, we're square and we can have your support. And the figure on the opposite side is about to answer when
I lift the thing, and I still have the torch in one hand while I'm climbing the ladder, and my auburn hair starts lighting on fire. And I go, son of a bitch! And like throw open the thing, and I'm like putting my hair out. Because now I'm more concerned that I'm on fire than I'm being sneaky.
Okay. So you throw open the hatch of the hood, and you're trying to pat out your hair, and I would imagine that removes your hands from the rungs of the ladder. So not only that, but thunk right down onto the ground. I don't know. Take a point of damage. That seems reasonable.
Sure.
And you thunk down onto the stone floor of the cellar, and it's got that, he's not like the most high class bartender here, so I'm sure it's got this like sheen of like alcohol that's just spilled here, that's still here, and has that stale stench. Stale and you're like your red hair, your flaming red hair is just like stuck to it in different parts, but at least you got the fire out. And after that, I think we close on your scene and we move on to see what happens with Darnell. So it looks like everybody's going to Tidewell. So let's see if we can entwine that into our narrative somehow.
Yeah, I do have an affinity for the ocean somewhere in my background.
So Aiden is dealing with a mysterious strange... Oh, wait, actually, hold on. We need to do the housekeeping.
I was going to ask, do you feel like I was in control of that situation?
No. So chaos factor 7. So it looks like we need to add a thread. Aiden is making a deal with mysterious strangers for support.
A shady cabal.
Oh, with a shady cabal. with
Yeah.
a shady cabal. Okay. And then I guess the shady cabal can be one of the characters.
A new character.
A new character. Yeah. So we've added that and that. So we're good. All right, Darnell. Let's get started with you. I'm going to look for your threads here. 1, 2. I guess 3. So roll a d4. Reroll any 4s.
All right.
Oh, wait, no. Let's do event focus first. I apologize. Roll a d100 first.
$34.
Another NPC action. So we're actually rolling on the NPC list.
Our NPCs are up to a lot right now.
I think you only have...
I have my arch rival and then the other members of my group. On my 2 NPCs.
I see your druidic order, but I don't see anything else on the list for you.
Oh.
I should have my characters list.
I should have my arch rival that betrayed my master and killed him.
I thought we didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
No, I do know. I don't know who murdered my parents, but I do know who murdered my master.
Your master. Okay, so... And what's his name? Let's add him to the list.
Oh, I didn't have a name for him.
Well, time for another table. Is he human? Or she?
Yes. Yes.
He or she?
Didn't decide that either. Let me... Female.
Female. Okay, so... Go ahead and roll a d100. $30. Lovain. That's a cool ass name.
That is.
Or Louvain. Louvain. So Louvain. Vain killed Darnell's master. Okay, so you really have 2 pieces, but you can meet some other people. Go ahead and roll a d4 and a d10.
Right. James, you want to roll the d4 for me?
Your d4 is a 4.
And my d10 is a 3.
3. So NPC action, you're meeting with an armorer.
I'm meeting with an armorer.
Yeah. Called Gedgal Stitz. I think he is an armorer here in this city, and perhaps the reason Leonthorn, because this is actually one of my NPCs. But I think he is an armorer here in Tidewell, and that's the reason Leonthorn went to Tidewell, is because this is really one of the only human cities he knows. So you're meeting with him. Let's see what his action is. So go ahead and roll on the meetings table 2 d100s.
Yeah, 14.
14. James?
70. Also, chat asked if we have any background music.
No, not today. Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
That's fine. Yeah.
I wasn't able to
That's what I
find
said.
good fantasy music in time. 14, and what'd you get?
70.
Comfort old. Comfort old.
Wait, what were those 2 words again?
Comfort
Old
old.
and comfort.
And it's an action he's taking. I think that he's comforting maybe his elderly, like, mom or something, or maybe a grandmother. Why is Darnell the fuck talking to this guy, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. He must have some information. Or I think he has some information about Louvain.
Okay. He might have some information. So why don't we roll on another table? Go ahead and roll a D100.
$39.
Okay, gatherer, and then another D100.
$26.
26. Gatherer family. That's our inspiration for this.
Like a reunion?
So I think that the Godal Stitz, who is in the process of comforting his old grandmother while Darnell has come to approach him, has information about your master's killer in the form of gatherer family. Perhaps.
Well, the only family, like, we were basically all family together. He adopted all of us and taught us all how to be druids.
So he has information about your family because you were gatherers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe one of my clanmates gave him information to hold for me.
Okay.
That might work too.
Maybe.
I know it's kind of a stretch, but
Sure. You approach the armorer's booth inside of the city or township of Tidewell. And oddly, the armorer's not out in his he has like this workbench area that's kind of got like a half wall for the air to blow through as he works in a shop. But when you're approaching, you don't see anybody at the shop. So you go to the door, I imagine. How did you get on this guy's trail?
Oh, I've been looking for information about where to find Louvain. Like I said, either I found out that he had information or I got
Perhaps you heard somewhere down the road that she got armor, metal armor from...
Druids can't wear metal armor.
I know.
Interesting.
From Godal Stitz. Godal Stitz. Or, you haven't heard from him his name specifically, but you have heard she picked up this armor, and this town is where she got it, and this is the armorer of the town. This town's becoming bigger than I thought, I think, if they're having armorers. So I think it's actually more
I think it is
of a city than a town.
a fairly big town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just doing that to make myself feel better for getting lost. Anyway, so you're approaching the door for the armorer's booth. And I think we need to do some NPC building here. So let's go to consult Une. Modifier is 45. He is prying. $22. Prying. He's a prying outcast. Interesting. Interesting. Well, we know he's an armor, but he's also an outcast, and he's curious about things. Okay. And 33 for his motivation. Hinder. Oh, interesting. Maybe he's not going to be so helpful.
Depends who he's hindering.
56. Hinder hate. Oh. Interesting.
No, those are not interesting words. Those aren't happy words. I don't like those
No,
words.
hinder hate's good. That means that he loves. He's full of love.
Okay. Yeah. Upon knocking on the door, Darnell, the old wooden door, and I imagine this armor's booth is kind of, you had to go through some winding roads to get here. Like, it's definitely off the beaten path. You've checked probably other armors within the city, and they're like, nah, I've never sold anything like that before. Levain must have some sort of intricate patterns designed on her armor, or perhaps something distinguishable that lets you describe it to these people. And obviously it being metal, and you witnessed her death, your master's death, right? Yeah. So you saw the armor, and that's how you're able to come and talk about it. So this is like one of your last options left in this city. There's probably only like 2 armorers, so it's not like you went through a lot of the work, but this guy is an outcast, so there's got to be at least one other one. And you knock on the door, and a few moments later, the door, slowly pulls open, and you can see inside kind of this red bearded man with kind of like a scar over one eye, deep blue hues, and a completely bald shaved head. And he says, "Who is it?"
Yeah. If I do a quick character description.
Oh yeah, I guess we should do that.
So my character stands at about 6'4". He has a dark gray cloak, so dark it almost looks black. Brown leather armor, just simple woolen pants, and then brown sandals. Next to him is his wolfhound, who stands about 4 feet tall. So next to his wolfhound, he does not look that tall. He looks a lot shorter. People mistake him for being a lot shorter than he actually is.
That's amazing.
He has long brown hair with a scraggly brown beard. Twigs and leaves are caught up in his scraggly hair and beard.
Awesome. What do you want? He says after looking you over.
I heard you do custom armor work.
Occasionally.
I show him a piece of paper with the symbol on it. I'm looking for this.
He looks over.
Did you put this on a piece of armor?
The symbol. Roll a wisdom check here.
I wisdom well. Let's see, what's my wisdom? Okay. So I roll the d20, add the wisdom modifier, right?
Just trying to roll underneath the wisdom score.
Oh, just underneath my wisdom score?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, way under.
Way under? All right.
Yeah.
You definitely notice a glint of recognition in his eyes. And moreover, an attempt to try to conceal that recognition, like a bad poker tell. Yeah. Why? Who's asking?
Where is she? I need to find her now.
I said, who's asking?
My name is Darnell.
Darnell.
I'm her brother.
Takes a moment. Think about that. I don't
My
want
wolfhound starts to growl softly beside me.
Okay. So I think you need to do an NPC reaction test here. Definitely getting a little aggressive. So going to that table. This is actually like a It is a 2d6 roll. If you have a charisma bonus, you'll add that or penalty.
My charisma sucks.
What's your charisma?
It is 5. -1. Okay, so 2d6 minus 1?
2d6. Yep.
Six total.
6. As you're I was going to give you like a bonus for the dog, but even with the bonus, he says, I don't talk to strangers. Slams the door shut in your face.
I go to block it.
Okay.
With my foot.
I think you can block it relatively easy. You slam your arm down and catch the door as it's swinging shut.
I'm only going to ask one more time. Where is my sister?
He starts to move back, and you can see his little old Nana in a rocking chair in front of a pretty humble hearth with a small crackling fire in the background. She's got a blanket pulled up over her, and she's just got her eyes closed, lightly rocking back and forth.
She looks very comfortable.
He says, I don't want any trouble. I don't know where she went.
Is she okay?
He looks back.
I nod to it's Nana.
Oh yeah, she's just sleeping. If you could keep it down, I'd appreciate it.
Of course. I tell him some herbs that would be good for healing. I give him some advice on herbs that can help her.
Okay. It's like that was a very strange segue, but look.
Yeah, anyway. Yes, if you give her some Bane's breath that will help her cough.
He says, I appreciate the advice.
Is there anything you can tell me about my sister?
Very little. Look, I don't want anybody to get hurt. Though townspeople have rejected me as their armorer. I still care about them. All I can tell you is she's been staying at one of the local taverns.
Which one?
I think we have to point him towards your tavern. What's the name of the tavern?
It is the Galloping Moose.
The Galloping Moose Tavern.
Uh-huh.
And where might I find this tavern?
Oh, if you go down the main road of the town as you enter it, and you make a right before the church, and then you make another right, and then you make a left down one of the alleys there, heading like you're going towards the docks. It is nestled in that alleyway, right before a large courtyard. Well, actually, it's a rather small courtyard. I apologize. I'd forgotten from earlier.
I turn around and leave without saying anything to him.
Okay. Excellent.
I want to assume these are perfect directions.
Cool.
How likely am I to actually find the tavern based off of those directions?
Probably unlikely. But you have a very good chance of getting a yes with the chaos factor being 7.
Right.
Let's roll a D100.
All right.
Who's rolling it?
One of you guys.
I got a 60.
60. Yeah, you're lost. Oh. Dungeons and Dragons. We're just getting lost in a damn town.
I really hate the people of this town. Like, that's the thing.
They're very bad with directions. Yeah, the town's way bigger than any of them assume, and they use directions like, oh, there's kind of a knot in the road over here. Look for that. Once you find the knot, there's kind of a alleyway that goes at a slight incline. You'll know it if it's 30 degrees, but not 45.
Yeah, it was
that's
that
the wrong alley.
Out in last week. That alley, not the one that Frank passed out in the week before that. No, if you're there, you've got too far. Go back one alley. That's the one you're going to go down.
Oh, okay. I think though you and I both get lost. I think that the thing to do here is eventually we come across this tavern together. I'm not looking for a tavern, but I'm so lost, or Leonthorn is so lost, that he's like, I need more directions. So I think we both come to across this tavern that's closed. How do you guys feel about that?
That works.
I think that makes perfect sense.
So first of all, let's end your scene. Do some housekeeping. We know that Louvain has been staying at the Stumbling Moose. Is that what it was called?
Sure. It was the Galloping Moose.
Galloping Moose.
Depends on what time
Tavern.
of day it is.
And we have
Nobody's
Louvain
gone.
on here. I think that's really all we need to do.
Were we in control of the scene?
Yeah, I think that he was in control of the scene.
Yeah, I think that went perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
our
like
chaos
that one.
factor goes down to 6.
Take that, chaos.
Right in the face.
And Leonthorn and Darnell meet in front of the tavern door. You know, there's still the occasional patron that stops by seeing that it's closed and then muttering to himself or herself as they march off angrily to another tavern that they don't like as well. You come across this elf who looks somewhat out of place in the city, dressed in his, adventuring clothes, but and armor with a sword at his side and a bow at his back. But he is looking so confused and overwhelmed in a way, as much as an elf can, as he tries to maintain like a completely neutral expression. But yeah, you can tell he's like kind of panicked in a way. Just the way his elven eyes move a little quicker back and forth through the streets than normal.
All right. I'm going to ask him in Druidic, are you friend or foe?
In Druidic, he kind of looks at you with a blank stare at his face. Before we turn away and
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Before we get into this scene, I think we need to do a chaos. So I think that the expected scene is that Darnell is going to come to this tavern and ask the tavern keeper questions about Louvain. I think that's what the scene is. So we need to roll chaos to see if anything crazy happens. 7. No, that is the expected scene. That's what's happening. So nothing else that we need to do. Okay. So you say you just walk away?
I turn away and I knock on the door with my staff. I rap as hard as I can with the end of my staff.
Okay.
On the tavern door.
Bridget, you're on the other side of the door, down in the basement of the cellar, just as I think Aiden's hands are reaching down to grasp you from your position on the cellar door when you got all of you in the room hear this boom, boom, boom.
Now you're in for it, you bastards.
Shut up.
I called the constable. That's who's at the door. The guards.
Ooh, roll a charisma check.
Oh, yeah, hopefully I'm good at that. I'm a bard, but apparently charisma was not important for a bard, so.
It makes no sense.
Well, I rolled a 1, so it doesn't really matter how bad my charisma is. It's a 10, so I passed my charisma check.
Okay. At that point, the mysterious cabal figures kind of scatter. You've convinced them, and Aiden still got you by the arm, but he is looking afraid towards the door as well. The cabal members in their hooded cloaks Some of them jump down here, landing around you, and start making their way towards the exit that you came in through.
And I hope you have a terrible day. You're stealing people's stuff, you bastards.
Some of them go upstairs. Some of them wait along either side of the door.
Can I use my torch that I had in my hand and like poke at Aiden to try to get free to break loose?
Roll. I think it probably went out, but why don't we roll for it? So
Sure.
let's say it's some.
Just on fire, it'd still be warm.
It'd be warm. Yeah, that's true.
I rolled a 50. So
50 would be a yes. So it is still lit. And then I guess you just make an attack roll.
okay.
Its armor class is probably like 9.
Let's see. I rolled a 10. And my attack is...
Your Thaco should be a 19.
It is a 19, yeah.
Okay, so roll a d4 for damage.
I got a 1.
All right, 1, and then
This
I'd say
D4 hates me.
another 1 of fire damage. So you swing your torch into his ear, and it just like searing flesh, that sizzling sound illuminates the air, and you just, Darnell, from inside you hear, "Oh, fuck! This little cunt! I'll kill you!" You are let go. I think maybe now is a good time for some initiative, though.
Yeah, probably.
How do you guys feel about that? I don't know. What are you doing, Darnell, after you hear that?
I guess I would try to
Enter?
yeah. I would
Okay.
I imagine I would try to enter the door.
Okay, I think it's time for some initiative. I have to write this scene on the map, so give me like a second. You
Do
guys
we wanna
want to
take a
vamp
short
for a
break real
moment?
quick? I can vamp.
Yeah, let's. Sure, we can take a break. We will be back in like 2 minutes, guys. We'll see you in a bit.
Just long enough to make a map.
Just long enough to make a map.
Love you.
Bye. I gotta start a timer. Hold on. I haven't started it yet. Okay, maybe like 3 minutes. Okay, bye. Hello, everybody. We are back, and I'm mostly done with the map we were doing. We got Leonthorn out here. Darnell here. Is Doggo.
I think I'm still on the wrong map player.
Yeah, you are. I'm working on it.
I don't get to see the new map yet.
I probably should have taken 5. My bad.
Yeah, it does kind of look like Hexen. Man, I loved that game.
Yeah, it was cool to play a first-person shooter that was fantasy.
Right?
Oh, I remember that.
Bridget's like here-ish. Let's get a tavern owner.
We don't need Aiden. He's a jerk.
Our bartender.
You know, coming on this scene, you realize that we're gonna think that you're the bad guy in this whole thing because
Maybe.
you're bringing it to his tavern.
And we have
Maybe. We'll see.
I mean, unless we're, sexist and we automatically assume that you are the good guy because you're a girl being attacked by the helpless girl being attacked. But that just
By the dark, evil-looking cabal, I think I'm the innocent one here.
they've all scattered like cockroaches.
Oh,
There's two waiting to ambush you.
Oh yeah, well I can't see them. If I could see them, that wouldn't be a very good ambush, now would it?
There we go. Aiden is there. And I think we should throw in a few more from like upstairs that might come down.
They might. I think 1d4 more of them may enter combat. Two more.
We can add. Oh yeah, we should roll for the encounter. So let's see. We got cultists. Uh-oh.
Are all the cultists like level challenge rating 10?
No. No, fortunately.
They're a little harder to kill than black dragons.
What did we use last time? Like bandits or something?
Yeah, we used bandits, and that was a heck of a battle against like 4 bandits.
Or pirates?
Yeah, but we had to like take away their swords, I think.
No, I don't think it was that hard. That one was. Oh, you almost died, I think, but I was okay. Yeah, the brigands are kind of more tough. So I think we'll do. I don't know. The pirates worked well last time, I think. So we'll just do those again. It is the first combat. This is okay. It's not difficult as long as I'm okay. Number appearing is
If I remember right, we had to modify it because it was like 10 times 1d20.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to modify all the encounters. So we'll do somebody roll a D2, so just evens odds.
So flip a coin.
Odd.
Odd?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that is 10 times 3 divided by 8.
1. 10 times
So
0?
4. This is perfect. We have four guys plus the bartender. We'll do that. Okay. All right, so now it's time for initiative rolls, everybody. Put nameplates on everybody out here. That's a D6 if you remember.
D6 for initiative.
Yep. Plus your initiative mod.
Ooh, I got a 6.
My total is a 4.
Oh, this guy got a 6. And I'll just roll for all the cultists together. They got a 5.
By all the cultists all together, you meant that was just the one guy. We'll roll for the rest of.
He's the leader. He's like, hey guys, you go on my go.
All right. And Darnell, what'd you get?
6.
And Leonthorn gets a 4. I don't know his initiative mod. God. Where's the initiative mod on the sheet, boys?
It is right above the attack value.
0.
Matrix.
So I got a 4. And what did you get, Bridget?
4.
Bridget got a 4. All right. So descending. Darnell, you're up first.
Right on. I guess I'm going to try to break down the door.
All right. Roll a strength, I guess.
And remember, it was just barely locked earlier, so
And you were right
it
in
should
front
be
of it. So
fairly easy
you
to
were
get through.
like right here, and I'm probably like
So
looking
it's a
lost.
D20 and I'm trying to get underneath my strength roll.
I still can't see the map.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
still the world map.
There we go.
Thank you.
Taverns probably should be smaller than this, but whatever.
It's a big town.
15. I don't think I won.
What'd you get?
16.
And what's your strength?
11.
Okay. Just roll damage then.
Damage. 1d4 for staff.
Is it a D4? It should be a D6, right?
I'm pretty sure staff is d4, but let me double check. I've been wrong twice in my life. This might be the third time.
Okay.
Staff. Yeah, I have it written down on my sheet as 1d4. That's why I was going to get a spear, but you told me I had too many weapons. 3.
You had like a whole backpack of them.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we can play some music for this, maybe.
We have battle music? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of the Star Trek battle music.
New beginning. Sure. I don't know if I can hear it.
I can. It's menacing.
It is kind of menacing. I like it.
I can hear the waves in the back.
I don't think our audience can hear it, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on there. Okay. And we can hear the waves of the town. For some reason. I can probably fix this. Anyway, so how much damage did you do?
3.
3.
3. We'll give it like 15 hit points. You did 3.
Oh, and don't forget, you go at the same initiative pass as your dog. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I guess my dog does a bunch more damage than I do,
Nice.
but he only has bite, I think. Okay.
He can't slam. I'd say if he's trying to slam, it's just a D6 then.
Okay.
Uses struggle.
He can't bite the door? Lame. Okay. First roll a D6 for him?
Yeah.
Four.
All right. That's not bad. Okay. So as you and your hound are just battering this door, slamming on it, you can see splinters of wood busting inwards as you're starting to make some headway and kind of make out what you can see through the cracks in the door well. It is now wait, what's his name? Arnell or Aiden?
Aiden.
Why I just had this feeling it was Arnell. Anyway, okay, so he's going to hit you. What's your
I'd like to see him try.
You're prone.
Yeah.
The moment. What's your armor class?
Just a moment. To see the map, I have to close the character sheet. So then I have to wait for the character sheet to reload.
How much damage did you do? The 2? With the torch?
I don't know. That's been a long time.
Yeah, you did 2. What's your AC?
My AC is 6. 6.
Natural 20. Nice. He gets a good hit out on you. Take 1 point of damage. So after you
up to 2 points of damage.
Yeah, after you mangle his ear with the torch, and it's probably out at this point. He screams in agony and then just like wails on your face, just smashing you right in the nose. Your head cracks back against the concrete and blood just starts streaming down your cheek. Yeah, your cheeks. I don't know why. Anyway, so yeah, take 1 point of damage. And that's his turn.
Oh, I did.
Cultists, I guess, are just kind of hanging out, waiting for this door to crack open. So that's their turn.
Waiting to ambush the guard that's coming to arrest them.
Yes. Bridget, you're up.
All right. And he is blocking my entrance back in
into
to get into the tavern, or can
I think you guys have. You could probably move past him. In fact, yeah. Why don't we move this for ease? Like he's jumped down over you, and he was gonna haul you back up.
Okay. And I can move 40.
You can't move at all at the moment. You're on the ground.
Oh yeah, I stand is what I do with my turn.
Okay, so you got your movement to stand. And yeah, you can't really disengage because you can only go
No.
straight backwards as disengaging. So you're gonna have to either beat him or something else.
I guess I am going to, because I don't want to hurt him anymore.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna ready myself to climb a ladder
Okay.
emotionally.
Nice.
What do you roll for that?
Wisdom save, maybe?
Bardic knowledge.
Save versus fear. Give me a second. There might be something you can do here. And because instead of attacking, you can basically just take your movement, I think.
Right. I'm gonna kip up. So it's only a partial action to stand. Oh, 3.5. I'm gonna cast exhibition. I can't even speak.
Expeditious.
Expeditious retreat. I knew what it was. I just couldn't say it.
Sorry. Apologies, everybody.
You're good. If I can't take a move, I think I will taunt him again. So be like, oh, that sounds like it's probably the captain of the guards at the door with all that banging and such right at your door.
Nice. Just antagonize the poor guy.
This is gonna end
Yeah.
up us all getting arrested, isn't it?
Okay, so you can make a full retreat using your movement. But you did have to get up. That takes half of your movement. So the character you may not attack, and the opponent gets a +2 to hit you. That you're passing.
Okay. All right.
So
how
you
much
can
of my
move.
movement is it going to take to go up the ladder?
I'd say probably like 10 feet.
Okay, so I can travel 10 then, since I'm at half movement.
Yeah.
So I'm going to travel up the ladder and then start running towards the front door.
Okay, go ahead.
Which means I don't get far, but...
Nope. So you rush up the stairs in a retreat. Or I'm sorry, up the ladder in a retreat, trying to get to the front door?
Yeah.
All right. Leonthorn. I guess Leonthorn the elf is like, what's going on? What are you doing? What's happening? I guess hearing the scream, though, he's probably going to move in. And he'll help you hit this door. Sounds like there's somebody in trouble in there.
I just nod. Yeah.
D8. 3, and then does he have a strength mod? Yes, he does. A 1. So 4 points of damage to the door. We're just hacking through it. He's drawn a sword at this point. Darnell, you're up. This is round 2.
All right. Guess I'm gonna hit the door again.
Okay. Just do damage.
3.
3 points of damage. The door is on its last limbs. There's just like a few splintered pieces still being held together, barely, but still barring the way.
All right, then
your dog can now bite it though.
It's true.
Okay. And I'm going to do bite damage, which is more than slam damage. 6.
6? All right.
Yes.
The door bursts open and your dog stands on the other side. Finally has made it across. I think that is your turn, though.
Yeah.
All right. Aiden, the bartender. I think he's gonna continue pursuit after you and try to hit you. He's gonna try to bring you down. What's your AC?
6.
6. So, all right. As you're rushing, his large hands like reach towards you, converging on your shoulders, but you're just a step ahead, and he like whiffs empty air as he chases. So that's his turn. It is now the cultist's turn. The cultists are gonna come in for the doggy.
Oh, you bastards.
These two will attack. What's the dog's AC?
You like the bot armor for it. Let's see. AC 0.
0?
Yeah.
That doesn't
What I
sound
have.
right.
That doesn't sound right at all.
Okay.
That's really high.
That is what I have. But
Are the dogs found in that book, or are they in the monster manual? Do you remember?
they were in the main book under gear.
Okay. I mean, it might be. You might be right, but that seems abnormally high.
Oh, it's probably not right. Just
Bear with us as we learn what the fuck we're doing.
I feel partially to blame for this. The other part
Vehicles
I'm-
and animals.
Yes. I'm mostly blaming
Is he
you,
a hunting dog or a war dog?
war dog.
That's an AC of 8.
Okay.
So
Or
11 or
alive.
better hits. And that's a miss for one. Hit for the second one.
You
6 points of damage.
holy crap. What's damage or how much HP does this dog have? Does it say in the book?
Yeah, probably.
Since you have it open.
Yep. It has 13.
Oh, 13. Okay, cool.
So blam! The two cultists come in with their short swords drawn. One slashes, and fortunately, Whisper is able to duck underneath the attack as it comes in. But as he's kind of juking down to one side to get away from the blade, the other one comes in, swiping down across its hide, cutting it open, splitting it open, and blood just starts pouring out. It's at a as it's hit.
Okay.
That's 2. The third one I think is gonna wait. So Bridget, you're up.
I'm going to run towards the door.
Okay. So again, +2 to hit from this guy, which I forgot about last time, but he still would have missed. What's your speed?
40. Which is
So you
tavern's
can
huge,
get
by the way.
here. Yeah, I know. It's a very large tavern.
I can make it to the corner here.
You should have 40 feet of movement, right? You can make it to where I'm pointing.
How come when you measure it, that's what it says? When I measure it, it said that was 20.
I don't know.
All right. Oh, come on. Just let me move her.
Okay, that's your turn.
Yep.
All right. Leonthorn. Leonthorn's gonna come in, seeing the dog get hit. I guess he's gonna come in and try to hit this guy with his sword. He doesn't look like a savory fellow. That is a hit, doing 9 points of damage. Jesus, I think I just killed this guy. Oops.
Good.
Yeah, he is dead as fuck. So he comes in, and Leonthorn just swings his sword up and cuts into the guy's abdomen, spilling out his guts all over the tavern floor. Leon looks a little shocked at what he just did there. He doesn't even know this guy. That's his turn.
There's no clue if it's a bad guy or not.
He just knows that he hit a dog.
Right.
Go ahead and go, Darnell. You're up. Turn 3.
Ah.
This music is like superly slow.
It is. It's putting me to sleep. All right. All right. I'm going to send Whisper back. Back down this way because I don't want Whisper to die. And I am going to go in and attack that dude. With my staff.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. All right. Remind me how I attack again.
Roll D20, and you're trying to get over your Thako minus his armor class.
Okay. What's his armor class?
I want to say it's I don't know off the top of my head. His armor class is a 7. So you're trying to get 12 or better. You do get a plus if you have a strength bonus.
I don't think I have a strength bonus. Really,
Okay.
Strength bonus, though. No. Okay. I miss.
You miss? All right, so you come in swinging, and the guy just ducks underneath the staff as you swipe it over his head. It's Arnell's turn. Seeing that there are actually people at the door, he says, and one of his guys die, we need to roll morale.
Yeah.
Seven. He is going to run.
I approve of this.
So he's just turned and is running. This guy's turn. He needs to roll morale as well. He is staying to fight. And the guy upstairs is also going to stay and fight.
They are Vizelites, to be fair.
Darnell, you're going to get attacked by this cultist. He misses, unfortunately. So as he's swinging underneath, he tries to come up with his blade, and you just jump backwards, and the blade goes straight to where your chin was just a brief second, not even a full second ago.
Did you say he misses unfortunately?
For him, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Whose side are you on, bro?
I'm on everybody's side. I think this cultist is going to finally come in to the fray, and I guess he's going to hit you, Darnell, or attempt to hit you, because that's who's closest. That's the only one he can hit. That is a 19, so that is a hit.
That sucks.
That's 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage?
Yep. So as he rushes down the stairs in defense of his friend, he comes in just swinging his short sword with a slash into your arm, cutting a slit into your flesh. That's his turn. Bridget, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to continue running to the door. Even if not in pursuit, I feel like it's the best plan.
Okay.
I can make it all the way up there. Can I attack this cultist from behind on my way through?
Yeah, that would be flanking. You'd get a +2.
Sweet. I'm going to do it.
Okay. So your Thaco is a 19 minus his 7.
I rolled a 17, so...
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Uh, 5 damage.
5 points of damage?
As she's running past... Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
As she's running past, she withdraws her short sword and just pommel strikes him in the back of the head.
Oh, pommel strikes him? Okay,
Yeah.
so your pommel comes down, and you definitely hear a sickening crunch as the pommel, like the metal ball at the end, nails him in the skull, cracking his skull inwards to his brainstem, and he just topples forward in a heap, completely dead.
Cool.
Nice. Leonthorn is up next. He is going to come in, and I don't think he's going to attack this next cultist. I think he's just going to say to the girl, "Are you all right?" He sees like the blood dripping from your nose,
and the burnt hair, and the...
Oh yeah, and the burnt hair.
There's a bunch of these cultists, and they're up to something bad, I can tell. They're having a secret meeting.
Roll a charisma.
All of this is accurate, by the way.
Yeah.
I just barely got it.
Okay. I think he'll say...
1.
You got a 1?
I got it by 1.
Oh, okay. I think then he will engage. He'll be like, "Stop," I guess. Attack him. And miss, unfortunately. Darnell, you're up. Turn 4.
Okay. There's only one of these guys left?
Yep.
I guess I am going to attack him.
Okay,
already.
roll it. Shut up, Jess. I just couldn't think of anything better.
Yeah, I miss.
You miss?
Yes.
All right, it is Aiden's turn. He is going to continue running. And that is his turn. It is now the cultist's turn. I think he's going to stay on you, Darnell.
I'm the only one that hasn't killed one of his or even hurt any of his buddies.
You've definitely tried.
Well, yeah.
Unfortunately for him, as you're swinging and his sword is coming up to hit you, you bam catch it right on the edge of the blade, and it like makes a small indentation into the blade, or I'm sorry, into the staff, but you catch it before it hits you. Bridget, you're up.
She is going to hold on. I have to exit my character sheet to be able to see everything. She is going to run over and attack with her short sword.
You'll have to like. Okay.
She's coming to the side of the table here.
Sure. All right. Go ahead and roll it.
My attack is. Nope, she misses horribly.
Misses horribly.
Yeah.
Okay. That's turn. Leon
She
Thorne.
swings her sword just wildly.
Leon Thorne is going to attack as well. 19 is a hit. 4 points of damage, which puts him down. So as he's struggling with Darnell to keep the sword away from him, from coming back at him and the quarterstaff, Leon Thorne just takes advantage of that and stabs him right through the neck where it meets the collarbone, and just draws his blade back afterwards, dripping with blood. And the cultist, or cabal member, rather, drops down to the floor. And I think that means we're out of combat.
Yep.
I definitely
You will
did the
save
best
me.
in that combat. I rocked it.
Hey, being a bullet sponge is definitely helpful.
Super helpful.
Yep.
Bridget standing before you is a 5'3", 18-year-old female human with what was like auburn pulled back hair, but it's been singed on one side, so it's like frilled, like really messed up on one side, and pale green eyes. She's wearing a white tunic with leathers over it, and she's got leather pants, but the blood is soaking into the white tunic from where her face got busted.
You said you saved me? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, the internet cut out there. Yes, thank you so much. They're having some type of clandestine meeting. I am in your greatest debt because otherwise they would have killed me.
He looks down at the corpses. Says, well, they won't be causing you any trouble now.
I turn away and go check on my dog and bandage my dog.
Okay. Start bandaging the dog. He says to you, Bridget, I think our friend over there was looking for somebody in this tavern. He cleans his blade off on one of the robes of the fallen. What kind of meeting were they having? Do you know?
Here's what I know, all right? So I came in through the ladder because I work here and I had forgotten something. The door was locked. So I came in through the ladder, and as I came up, I saw several, I would say probably 15 cloaked figures standing across the room. And the barman, he said, after this, we're fair and square, right? And they said, yes. And then they heard me and came and attacked.
Hmm. Suppose you're lucky to be alive.
If not for you beating on the door when you did, they scattered.
Did you say the bartender?
The barman was there, yes. He was making a deal with them.
Why would they attack you if you work here?
Because I'm not. The deal was with the barman, not with me. I'm just an employee. I come and play music here sometimes. I'm actually a baker that works down the street, but I do music here sometimes. Have you ever heard the song of Frogheim? I've got a lovely little version of it.
No. I'm actually here in search of some directions.
Oh, I could probably give you some direction, sure.
I'm looking for a village elder. Someone in charge.
Sure, yeah. Oh, the man in charge, yeah. I can take you straight to him.
All right.
But
Yeah,
if
I'm
your
gonna come
friend there
in.
was going to meet. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I want to come back in and say, you work here?
I do part time for music mostly.
Do you know if there's a woman staying here? She's about 6 foot tall, black hair, pure evil in her eyes.
Well, there's been a lot of pure evil here today, but no, I don't think there's anybody in the rooms right now. We could go check, but I don't think so. The barman decided he was closed for the day and kind of kicked everybody to the streets.
Is there a back exit he could have gone through?
Oh, yeah, through the ladder. A whole bunch of the cloaked figures went through there, too.
Hmm.
Leads out to the garden. Now, what is it you be looking for?
Looking for my sister.
Oh, your sister's the evil one then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it had something to do with all the items that he had laying around in here. If you want to look around, you might find something that would be helpful.
No, items don't interest me.
I just mean as a clue, but whatever.
Sounds like you need to talk to the barman. You should be careful. He probably has more of these men. Or is going back to meet with more of them.
Well, I assume he's coming back here at some point.
One would think, yeah.
Perhaps. Do you really want to wait around and find out?
I need information. He has the information. I need to talk to him.
Alone. When he has these men?
I don't mean to offend you, but I saw you in that fight and you weren't the best. Sure is lucky that you had us around.
Definitely. I can see the wisdom in that.
You seem like a good guy, though, don't get me wrong.
What's your name, friend?
My name is Darnell. My friend's name is Whisper.
He looks at the dog and nods towards you. Kind of kneels down on his haunches and like tries to get the dog to approach him, holding out a friendly hand.
Yeah, the dog does. The dog is a lot friendlier than I am, and walks up and starts licking his hand.
Okay. And he'll, give him scritches.
I glare at him like he's a traitor.
He's took a pretty nasty wound here.
Yes.
I don't know if I have any spells I can do anything about that with. I don't. I don't say that. I say, well, perhaps it is, I think it's unwise for us to wait here. Perhaps we can give the man chase. Or perhaps you should, I should say.
I will say,
but
no, go ahead.
Just gonna say, you mentioned that you may be going back to more of these men, and as your friend has also pointed out, I am not equipped to battle. So I think following would be unwise at this point.
Well, I'll let you decide your course of action. I know mine. Stand up after petting the dog for a little bit.
You come with me too.
Sorry. I'm sorry?
Who are you talking to?
Both of you. I couldn't understand a word either of you said.
Go for it, Gabe. Sorry, go ahead.
I just said, "Oh, you come with me too," to Giffy's character, as Giffy was asking you why you came here.
It might not be unwise for you. In retrospect, perhaps this village elder will be able to tell you something more of the barman, or perhaps even of your sister.
Okay. And we need to get this mutt looked at. Looks to be halfway to dead. See if we can't get this beautiful beast fixed.
That I cannot turn down. Thank you for your kindness.
All right, off then we are. I'd like to ask the Oracle if her instrument is still there.
Yeah.
Because she would like to get it.
I'm going to say, so I'd say when the cultists scattered, the ones that left did take a large chunks of this money. But, so I'm going to say, do you think it's unlikely that it's there?
Yeah,
it's a small unlikely.
Yeah.
Okay. Our chaos factor is 6 currently. So that is basically a 50-50. Go ahead, somebody roll it. 71? 71 is a no. It is not here. It was taken.
The bastards. I'll be back for them later. All right, let's go.
We almost had something resolved. So close.
So close. All right. And we are off. I think this is a good time to end the scene. Next scene, the expected thing I would imagine is to visit with the town elder, as Leon Thorne is calling him. Let's go to our lists and wrap anything up. First of all, have we learned anything new? Is there another thread, or has any of the threads currently changed? I guess the Bullywug Croakbox is in the hands of the cabal.
Shady cabal. Yeah.
That's new. Who killed Darnell's parents?
No.
No.
No idea about that.
I'm gonna blame the Cabal on it, though. I mean,
don't know if there's anything we really need to add. Oh, I guess the tavern keeper got away. Oh, the tavern keeper is involved with the
With the Cabal.
Involved with the Cabal. Okay.
I like how we now call.
Oh, we
kind
already
of have
had
a
that.
common
We
enemy.
already had that. Yeah.
We all have. I mean, I think it's safe to say that we all pretty much dislike the Cabal at this point.
yeah, not good people.
To be honest, I don't know. Leon Thorne's kind of indifferent.
Oh, I
You
hate
got
them.
your own stuff going on.
Yeah, that's fair. Then I don't think any changes to characters need to be made. We don't know where Aiden has gone. I guess we'll perhaps find that out later. Chaos factor, were we in control of the scene?
Yes.
I'd say yeah. We controlled the hell out of that scene. So our chaos goes down to 5. Nice. And that is our episode for the evening, folks. I hope you enjoyed our first random RPG. Sorry for the rules lookups. We'll get used to the system eventually.
That was a lot of fun, though. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I thought it was really cool. And we'll see you in 2 weeks on Thursday. With that, we are taking off. Take care. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.
Bye.